So this is where you sit on the desk. And looking at it, and I'm thinking, well, this is like, the stand, but should be like something here. And, well, clearly it's a cabinet. So then I walk all the way around here like this. And, sure enough, there is a nice cabinet here. And there's drawers here. So I open it up, and right here, there's a Christian Bible, like in an old time hotel. In the olden days, when I used to travel, in the 80s, they always had a Christian Bible. So I said, okay, as a shaman, I can use what's known as bibliomancy, which is simply turning to a random page in the Christian Bible. So I did. Well, it wasn't random. I don't want my hand to. I don't want me to do it. So what I did is I took my stick, and my stick just went down, and it found it intuitively where it went right there, and then I just I got my finger in there and I flipped it, and that's how I got this page. So this page is Matthew 10. And the point that we wanted to get here, I don't know. I was going to tell you about Beelzebul, because the demons wanted to look at this up. I don't know why. Okay, so we've got, zoom, Greek. Okay, so you got, the name of this devil is Beelzebul. Other manuscripts read Beelzebul. Well, Rumpelstiltskin used to laugh and call me Beasley the Wizard, and he calls my father Beelzebub, so I don't know. Because he kept saying, Beasley the Wizard. He made me keep saying Beasley the Wizard, but I don't know. Am I like a Beelzebul? I don't know. I'll have to talk to him later. The other way to say it is Beelzebub. And I usually say Beelzebub is when I say it. Okay, the next thing. Okay, this is a quote from Jesus here in Matthew 11. Okay, so he said, I don't know. This part is the part because I don't know. Right here. Don't imagine that I came to bring peace to the earth. I came not to bring peace, but a sword. I have come to set a man against his father, a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Your enemies will be right in your own household. If you love your father and mother more than you love me, you are not worthy of being mine. Or if you love your son or daughter more than me, you're not worthy of being mine. Who's mine? Jesus. If you refuse to take up your cross and follow me, you did have to carry a cross a long time before he was crucified, and you follow me, you're not worthy of being mine. If you cling to your life, you will lose it. But if you give up your life for me, you will find it. But the Father, etc., etc. But what they were most interested in, well, they say here that, the consciousness, because this is old Christian. Anytime it says God or Father, put higher consciousness. So right here, we got to change the word because this is old Christian, and it's like no one understands this. So I got to put it in modern English. Okay, so fear only consciousness who can destroy both soul and body in hell. So it seems that higher consciousness can destroy lower life forms. Can they destroy you? That's what they seem to be claiming. Who? Well, I don't know. Somebody that they say it's Jesus teaching, but is it? I don't know. They say that gods know wherever the total amount of hairs on your head. What's God? Consciousness knows. So consciousness. Don't imagine that I came to bring peace. Why doesn't consciousness want peace? Well, the way I interpret this is right now, people who are low vibe people who are low in consciousness, they've closed off their heart chakra, they've closed off the green ray, their service to self. How do you know these people? Because these people develop heart problems. Because they're not allowing enough chi into their physical heart. Because physical heart is relying on chi. Anyways, I don't know. I made a lot of videos. Watch more of my videos. Anyways, so it's when you have people in your life who are not of higher consciousness because they don't open up their hearts. And so what does it do? Well, you have to set boundaries. Well, consciousness itself sets consciousness boundaries around people who are of consciousness. And people who are low on the scale of human consciousness are not able to, I don't know. Well, anyways, they fight against the light. They're called demonic. The biggest problem, 199. Luciferic temptation. That is that you and your ego are better than I am. And I am is the ascended master's affirmation. So, because, I don't know, we're trying to clean things up here. Anyways, so what do you need to understand is like, if someone is a known spiritual person who's been studying spirituality for a long time, they're either going to be of the light or deeply of the dark. Light people and exceptionally dark sorcerers. So is it spiritual warfare? Well, the light doesn't fight the dark. The light talks to the dark. And a lot of times the dark says, well, weren't you warned not to talk to Satan? Well, I don't know. Because I gave up control. What? To consciousness itself. Well, why am I being tortured? Consciousness says there is an actual war going on planet Earth. And it's right within your own families. And quite often it's about all kinds of, like how many jabs you need or, mandatory vax and command and control versus freedom and your own soul rather than some foreign government. I don't know. It's about, spiritual evolution and you giving your power away to some foreign people or taking back your power, which is the actual spiritual teaching. It's your power. Take it back to you. In other words, and then what? Well, you got to ditch your ego. Why? Because Eckhart Tolle, the spiritual teacher, and everybody else tells you in a power of now. In the power of now, a power of now comes. And in a power of now, well, you can ditch your ego. How do you know it's ditched? Well, I don't know. No more talking in your head. About telepathy? I don't think so. Because what we've learned in here, in a lot of these different books, is that the Tao, that's the real Tao, doesn't speak. In other words, what happens to you modern day with everybody getting activations for spiritual superpowers, inner silence means that you do hear other people's thoughts. Why do you hear them? Because they have noisy minds and undisciplined minds. Your personal mind needs to be silent all the time. And you're going to say, well, no, we don't do word telepathy because it becomes exceptionally difficult. So what you can do is everybody has quiet mind. Then you have the new earth as given to us in another Eckhart Tolle book, The New Earth. With everybody having quiet minds, then we only have consciousness that might give us words or have us speak. How do you know the difference? Well, everybody knows a monkey mind's driving you crazy. So inner silence. And if we have everybody in inner silence, then no one is being disturbed by radio chatter. And what happens is that many people already talk about it, how they get direct downloads. Claircognizance and clairsentience comes on board. Everyone knows these kind of superpowers psychics get. Those ones come online. And so the best thing to do to prevent being the wicked cities of Sodom and Gomorrah Right here, there it is. Why? Well, because it basically says don't abuse your spiritual superpowers, because that's what happened at Sodom and Gomorrah. Well, people who had superpowers came and they shared them out. But if people use them for evil ways, because the people of Christ came here and they're teaching, love one another. Love one another. That's what he kept telling them. And if they don't love one another and they start using it for psychic warfare, for being an evil sorcerer, then it says, take back the blessing. Who does this? Well, the ones that cast out demons. Who are these people? Well, these are the apostles. Who are the apostles? Well, you're thinking there were 12 dead guys from 2,000 years ago, back in the name of, 2,000 years ago, at the time of Jesus was supposed to be there. No, because they don't interpret this for you. Who are the 12 apostles? Well, you got to go to an old book. You go to an old book, and I don't have it here, so I'm going to give you a better book. It's called The Good Supply of THC. Why? Because this stuff helps you connect up with spirit. Weed. So, and this is the great color, because this is the color of the Galactic Federation of Light. How do I know? Because Spirit showed me. And in my city, Thunder Bay, we have GFL on the side of new dumpster divers that are this color. GFL with this color here, it means Galactic Federation of Light. And it's Green for Light is the name of the, Green for Life is the name of the company. Is it related? I don't know. It's just that I don't know. I have to leave that one for another day. Anyway, so what did we get over here? Well, what we had was the 12 Powers of Man. And what are the 12 Powers of Man? It's a book by Charles Fillmore. I don't know, 1895 or something. I know, but these old books contain wisdom that has been suppressed. Because only certain people know about this. So anyway, what do you need to know about the 12 Powers of Man? Well, you can just go and Google it. Because the book is available if you want to order an old book for $1.25. I saw one there. Or somewhere you're going to be able to find a website that gives you the 12 Powers of Man. Why do you need to know about that? Because the 12 Powers of Man are about your chakras. And so, in 1895, the white people in North America knew about chakras, or at least Charles Fillmore did. So I don't know if you think it's something new from India from, the 1960s. It doesn't seem to be. It seems to have been known a long time ago. Why do you need to know this? Because you can use, affirmations, the I am affirmations of the Ascended Masters. And make sure you put in these ones from the 12 Powers of Man by Charles Fillmore. Okay, what else do we need to know about Matthew 11? Okay. Do you believe I can make you see? Yes, Lord. They told him, we do. And then he touched their eyes and said, because of your faith it will happen. Then their eyes were opened and they could see. Jesus sternly warned them, don't tell anyone about this, but instead they went out and spread his fame all over the region. When they left, a demon-possessed man who couldn't speak was brought to Jesus. Jesus cast out the demon, and then the man began to speak. The crowds were amazed. Nothing like this has ever happened in Israel, they exclaimed. But the Pharisees said, he can cast out demons because he is empowered by the prince of demons. Good news. Okay, this is important here. Okay, you're helpless because you need a shepherd. Well, who's a shepherd? Well, it's the master teacher, Jesus, Nazareth. Okay, the harvest is what you need to know here, Kyle. So, are you a sheeple? Well, I don't know. If you're a sheeple and you're following mainstream news, then you're not following Jesus. And the good news about the kingdom of God, you're following those fucking devils like Lester the Molester on NBC News. Don't do that, sheep. Okay, so you need to follow, be kind to all living sentient beings is what Dr. David R. Hawkins, who also says good news about the king. He calibrates Jesus Christ at 1,000 on the scale of human consciousness. I mean, that's very high when, the average in my city when I muscle tested it 2 weeks ago was 201. So, how did Jesus do miracles? He turned up his own dial in the scale of human consciousness to 1,000, and then miracles happen. But people that refuse to let go of their egoic, nasty nature and hurtful ways, if they're down at 190, they're at Lucifer, and it means you're at 19% of the chi energy that Jesus has. Well, how do you expect to have any healings when you're, weight at the bottom of the scale? You've got all the gas turned off to your car and you're expecting your car to run. It's stupid. What's harvest? Well, Aaron Abkey and a whole pile of other people talk about the harvest in respect to the law of one. What is the law of one? Aaron Abkey, go look him up and look up harvest time. Sananda, the Ascended Master, used this terminology, it's harvest time, to me 25 years ago. What's harvest time? Go to see Aaron Abkey on YouTube. Okay, what else do we want to look at? That's all for now. Please subscribe and share, and if you have any other questions. Okay, what about this with this bibliomancy? Well, I don't know. You can use anything. I mean, these are my old notepads. I could, just pick a thing, and I'm not picking it, though. I'm just, feeling. I'm feeling intuitively. Because I want to see if the Spirit wants me to stop somewhere. Okay, this is about Jeremy and the short, I can't read it, Kelly Rome and Lurland featuring David Guetta. Oh, okay, this is Jeremy. He used to really like this song. No one understands the song Commander except Frank Burns from MASH. Why? Well, he's Major Frank Burns, and it's always going to be Colonel Blake or Colonel Potter who's his boss. So even though he's got a high rank, he does. A major is a very high rank in the U.S. Army. It's like, major is, it's like a major. It's a major rank. But he still reports to the colonel. And the colonel reports to the general. And the general reports to the senior general, who reports to the general who is at the White House, who reports to the president. Well, the general at the White House, he wears many hats. He's known as the Joint Chiefs of Staff. So, he comes from one of the, anyways, everyone understands. So what about commander and the short something? I don't know, Jeremy. I don't know. Kelly Rowland used to love that song. Who's your commander, me or you? Okay, this is the transvestite shop at La Galleria on the Hutch space station. He's going to dress and drag and sell $20 lipstick mystics to craft dinners or people whose first name is Kevin and last name starts with a D. Lipstick mystics, $20 lipstick mystics to KD's group. You make 10% commission and minimum wage. You could be a customer service rep. And it could be Pindar, Brent Beeson, the devil, anybody who has a KD initials, and I don't know, who's KD is going to be the manager. So the frontline person, KD, who is selling these $20 lipsticks for, I don't know, minimum wage plus 10%, he got kicked upstairs to be the manager, and these devils are going to be, the commission sales rep. So 10%. So every lipstick that you make, lipstick mystic, you make $2. You sell one, you make $2. Well, plus minimum wage, I don't know, $14.50 an hour or something. Can you survive in any city on this? Only the devils think they can. Why? Because they're very low in consciousness, and I don't know. I don't know why it doesn't make any sense. Well, let's go back to the Bible and figure this out. Okay, this is a shout out for Kevin Booth. Okay, follow me and be my disciple. Who's Jesus? Well, the 12 powers of man. Jesus is one of your powers. You can use Jesus to kick out devils in your own system. How do you do that? I'm still trying to figure that out because I got too many devils in this world. But I did have come across some spiritual wisdom. Okay, I wrote this down earlier. Okay, we're playing with the Queen of Hearts, Juice Newton. So how are we going to make things easier for people? Okay, this is a whole new topic than what I was listening to yesterday. So look for the next video. I'm going to start with this picture so you'll be able to continue from here.